What's up, guys? It's about fashion. Fashion, man, you know how fashion comes and goes. Always something new around the corner, right? It's always new design, brand, all kind of stuff. So the thing about fashion, if you have the confidence, that's pretty much majority of fashion, believe it or not. For you guys, I'm gonna say this too. Don't go out buying $1,500 shirts, $5,000 jeans, $2,000 shoes. Nah. The best thing for you to do as a guy is to keep it simple. Now, you can buy some nice quality clothes for not expensive price. You don't have to go buy, these, I'm not gonna say that, these luxury brands and thinking that you just doing great now. Me, I'm a Levi's type of guy. Levi's, Vans, that type of stuff, Dickies. So if you just want to keep it simple but still stand out, get some blue jeans. I think it's called boot cut or narrow fit blue jeans. Get you a simple blank t-shirt, whether it's white or whatever. Make sure you got a belt. You can put on some polo boots. You got all kind of shoes that you can put on. Boot shoes. Me, you got Vans, you got Chucks. Never go wrong with it. Now you even got stuff on Amazon. You got shoes that looks great. For 15, 20 bucks. So it's not about the price. It's not even about the brand. It's about how it looks on you. Get you a nice zipper coat, nothing crazy. And to be fair, a lot of stuff, you can get from Walmart or whatever. Me, I do a lot of shopping at Ross, eBay, especially for a guy of my size. My size is not very common. Pretty much at just regular stores. I really don't even shop at malls or whatever. Well, the malls is up anyway, so I'll just go on eBay. I go to Ross. If I like to kind of search. I like to look for stuff. But for the most part, if I want to keep it simple, I'll just go to the good old eBay. They haven't filled me yet. That's where all the great deals are at. So don't go out here thinking that, let me go spend a whole lot of money on an outfit, my wardrobe, think I'm gonna be great. Nah, because at the end of the day, the clothes don't make the man make the clothes. So it helps, and again, you don't have to be, everybody don't want to be a bodybuilder. But if you have a slim look to you, you're killing the game already. You're ahead of the curve because majority all the clothes you're gonna have is gonna be readily available, and it's gonna look good on you because you see all the models, all of them are what, tall and slim. Not even tall, they're just all of them slim. So if you're a slim guy, you're already ahead of the curve. Just keep it simple, man. There's nothing wrong with a regular t-shirt, some jeans. Don't have to be blue jeans. Mix it up. Get blue jeans, black, brown. Just mix it up. Find your own the colors you like. Find your own type of style, but keep it simple because simple is it's always a classic look. What's the guys? I don't know if you saw that movie Grease. The guys had the blue jeans, the Italian guy had the white t-shirt, and black leather jacket. That fit still works to this day in 2025. So that fit would never go away. So if you're thinking about going that route, if you are going that route, do it. Because that would never go away, bro. Get you a nice, simple little, t-shirt. It doesn't all be white. People like me, I don't like to wear white a lot because, it stains easy and it's like you can never get that true color back. But yeah, get you a nice jacket, man. Something simple, simple t-shirt and some jeans and some shoes, man. Nothing crazy. Keep it simple. It's a classic look. It goes a long way. If you want to keep it simple today, you can always wear all black. Of course, where I live is always hot, so it's not really an ideal color to always wear. But always do that, man. There's a lot of guys out here, you can tell their maturity level by how they dress. I don't see it so much now, but I see guys that wear these oversized clothes, these big old baggy pants that don't fit. They don't wear a belt. They always holding on to their pants like you think they would get a belt, but they don't. They wear these big old t-shirts. They wear these old tattered clothes that got holes in them. It's dirty. It smells. Make sure you wash your clothes, man. Make sure you wash your clothes. Go online. If you don't know how to, they give you instructions. know, on the bottles. But if you have no clue on how to properly wash your clothes, maybe your wife or your mom or your sister been washing your clothes, you know, since day one, you don't have any idea. Get on YouTube. You're on YouTube already, and look up how to properly wash my clothes, how to get rid of the odors, how to get rid of mildew. It's all on there for free, man. It doesn't really, you know, it's not expensive to wash your own clothes. Do that. But as far as stuff to wear, you know, you got your underwear, whether you like the boxer, whether you like the tidy whities or the briefs, or you just wear there's some kind of shorts, like this you know, you wear the shorts indoors or whatever, you know, when you're home. You can wear that, you know what I mean? Just keep it simple. Don't you know, the thing about underwear, a lot of underwear is made out of 100% cotton, so just like your socks, the more you use it, the faster it'll deteriorate. So you gotta change out your underwear, change out your socks every so often. You know what I mean? Don't just rely on that 5-pack that you've been holding on to for 6 years or whatever. Get rid, switch out your undergarments, man. Don't just have the same underwear you had, you know, 2 years ago. Go ahead and buy your new pack of underwear. Buy your new pack of socks. You don't need, you don't need 100 pairs each, but you want to have a nice amount. You want to have 3 weeks worth of underwear, 3 weeks worth of socks. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, because you don't want to be, have your drawers just completely, dress drawers completely full of socks and underwear. But rotate that stuff out, man. Accessories, get this thing too. It's all about confidence. I like those Casio watches. I like the retro one. I think it's like back in the 70s or whatever. Like the metal ones with the little keypad on, like what I'm thinking about, calculator. They have those. I have a few G-Shock watches. They have all kind of different versions. And I also like the diesel watches. I ended up selling one of them. I only had one. I ended up selling that like a year or two ago. But I'm gonna get a few, some of those, about 3 of those. I like those. Those really just solid, manly watches. I like those. So diesel watches, Casio watches, the G-Shock watches. And then they have the old school Casio watches. Like with the little keypad on it is made, with the metal band and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get some of those. You don't need a lot of, you get about four watches, 3 watches. This is just a nice accessory. You get your little bracelets and stuff like that. That's fine too. As far as hats, nice hats. Me personally, I don't like the fitted hats. I like the dad hats. I love the dad hats. You have the beanies. I love the beanies, so get some more of those. And you have those, those we call it the Bullwinkle hats. Like the Canada. How you have those Canadian, I forgot what you call it, mountaineers. I forgot what you call it. You know what I'm talking about? Those guys who wear the red outfits, the tall brown boots. The Canadian, I don't know what you call them guys, but yeah, I had the brown hat, the little top hat thing. I have one of those, get some more of those. So just switch it up, man. And the thing about it is, try it out. Try it out. You got the fitting rooms for a reason. Get the clothes. You don't have a fitting room. Get the clothes, try it out. If you like it, cool. If you don't, return it and then go from there. Have your own style. I don't want you to look like everybody else, but the best way to not look like everybody else is to keep it simple. Because you got some people who don't have style, they don't know what to do, so they just assume that, I'll just buy what this rapper guy has, this athlete guy. They're going off for celebrities or whatever, and athletes. You don't want to go with that. Find your own style, but it never fails to have something that's fitted. Fitted is always and forever will be a great look on a man. Always wear fitted. And this thing too, for you guys out there, it's I don't see it no more. There's a weird trend, but it came and went. Skinny jeans. If you're not skinny, do not wear. I've seen so many fat guys squeeze their big ass in them damn skinny jeans. It was embarrassing to see it. And this not it's what it is, man. It's not made for you. So, you got skinny jeans, if you're a skinny guy, skinny jeans, go for it. That's all you, man. I'm not, I'm 265. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? So don't do it if you're a fat guy. If if you're skinny, you want skinny jeans, go ahead and go for it. It look good on the guys who, because it's made for them. If you're a skinny guy, you got skinny jeans, go for it, man. Just don't be doing all that sagging crap. This is very uncomfortable. It's very weird. You make the women uncomfortable by seeing that. You know what I mean? It's just, it's people in public. It's just really weird to do this. So don't, as a grown ass man, even as a teenager, do not walk around with your pants hanging down to your knees, your ankles. So don't do that. Don't get these over exaggerated belt buckles or whatever. It's just a simple leather belt. Get a few of those or whatever. You're gonna do fine by that. But other than that, get you some nice cologne. The thing about cologne, man, if you don't know, go online, go on Amazon and look at the reviews. Make sure it's at least a make sure it's at least a 4.6. That's the minimum. And then you go from there. You go to the malls, you go to these shopping centers. They'll let you try it out. They'll spray it on a little strip or whatever, and then you can smell it, and you can go from there. So try that, use that, and then and then find out what you like. But on top of that, find out what women like, because you're wearing it for yourself. But in reality, you also want the women to like. You don't want something to say, oh, it smells good, but to women, it's burning their eyes and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. Don't be so hung up on, oh, I'm going to get it because cologne, it all smells good. No, man, it's a lot of cheap cologne. It's a lot of expensive cologne that's trash. So do the research, get women's opinion, and see what works and what doesn't. You know what I mean? So don't get so caught up on, oh, I'm going to get it because I want it. No, man, you want to make sure it's some A1 quality. You want to spend hundreds of dollars on good cologne. That's the thing about it. So many people make cologne. You're gonna find what you're looking for based off your budget. That's not gonna be the problem. Just do the research and find out what cologne that's out there that's popular and what you like, and then you just go from there. But you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on good cologne. You can get very expensive when it comes down to cologne, but I think the average cologne is what, $65, 80, $50, something like that. So just do the research, get you about, 3 bottles. You don't need to go crazy. Don't get 10, 15 bottles. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You want to get something that you're going to use, when you're going out somewhere. And the thing about cologne, don't put it on every day. Only use cologne when you're going somewhere, out socializing. You go to a museum, you go to, you go to the zoo, you go on a date, you go to a Christmas event. You go to places like that to where it's more formal. Just don't throw on cologne just because, If you go to the store, whatever, put a little on if you just want to do that, but don't go to the gym, don't go to work unless you just, I guess you're going somewhere where it's just hella, funky or whatever, to where you're going to just be, you're going to be stinking real bad, but overall, don't do all that. You want to preserve the cologne, use it on special occasions, mainly if you go on dates, Or if you about to go somewhere, there's be a whole lot of people around, you're going to be hanging out somewhere. Go ahead and put the cologne on. Think about cologne too, don't overdo it. A little squirt, you squirt your wrist, you rub it on both your wrists, and then you just you leave it like that, because cologne is very potent, the good stuff anyway. It doesn't take a lot, so don't spray all up in here, spray on your clothes, inside your pants, on your hairline, and rub it all in your face. Don't do that. Do not do it, because it's overpowering, and it's going to cause some kind of allergic reaction to somebody. So you don't want to do that. You don't want the women to run away from you because you overdid it with the cologne. So hit your neck a little bit. One time on your neck, one time on your wrist. You rub your wrist in, then boom, you're done. Trust me, it's gonna last you for several days. That's pretty much about it. So as far as clothes, don't go out, don't go to these expensive clothes, these stores, and you're over here spending a couple $1,000s on 2 t-shirts and a pair of pants. Trust me, I've seen it before. I'm like, bro, I know that those pair of pants that you just bought for $500, you can wear that every day, because you don't know how to. You don't know how to spend money. You're just stupid. You know what I mean? So if you're one of them guys who just, I'm going to get this belt, this Gucci belt that's $400 or whatever, how much it costs now. I'm like, bro, that's going to be the only belt you're going to have for years to come, because at the end of the day, they can't see the belt. And on top of that, a lot of people don't even give a shit. And on top of that, when people see you with stuff like that, they automatically know you're a clown. So don't be a clown. As far as older guys, you don't want to really have hoodies on. I have a hoodie on myself, but, out here working and it's been out and about. But, if you go on a date or something like that, get you a nice little jacket or something like that, or a coat. You get you a nice little hat or something like that, and the thing about that too, have your closet organized. Have everyday wear, and then have special occasions. So when it comes down to your jeans, your bottom, the jeans, your shorts, you put that on one side. If you go somewhere nice or whatever, put that on the other side of your closet. Get all your coats, get all your jackets. If you wear scarves or whatever like that, get all that, put it in one section. If you got your tops, you got your me, I love button downs. Get your t-shirts or whatever like that. You got the regular t-shirts, right? You get the regular t-shirts, you fold them up, put them in your dresser drawer or whatever. And then you got the more, like the polos and stuff like that. Hang all that up, you put that on one side. So, you want to have quite a bit of clothes, but the thing about it is, like, it doesn't really cost that much to get clothes. You just buy stuff here and there, you shop around, and you know, get a couple shirts here and there, a couple pants here and there, start adding up at the end of the day. But when you go somewhere nice, you know what I mean, like to a banquet or something like that, get you some nice dress shoes, man. Get you about 3, you know, this is the thing, you don't need a lot of that because you're not doing it all the time. And if you are, then of course you get more. But the average guy, you know, they don't go to these higher end places all the time. They don't go to these upscale restaurants all the time. So anyway, you know, you go somewhere like that, real fancy, get you 3 nice pairs of dress shoes. You don't need a lot of them. Get you 3 pairs of nice dress shoes. Get some nice slacks. You know what I mean? Just get you about 5 of them. Get you 5 pairs of slacks. Get you 5 button downs. You know what I mean? That's your nice stuff. Put it over there. You know, get you that nice coat that you probably always wanted to get, but you can't wear it. Get you that nice coat, put it over there on that one side where all the good stuff at. And that's all you need. You know what I mean? Get you 3 bottles of cologne, get you about, you know, 3, 4 watches. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you get your nice stuff, get your nice little, Canada Forest, Ranger hat, the brown one, you know, and they got different colors, green or whatever. Get you about 1, 2 of those. Put that over there with the nice stuff, you know, and everything else. If you like hair, if you like hats, at the end of the day, you know, just because I don't like fitted hats, you probably like fitted hats. Get your fitted hat, man. I'm not here to, you know, tell any guy how to dress or how to feel. I'm just giving you good advice on what to do or what to wear. So if you like fitted hats, hey man, go fitted hat crazy. That's your thing. If you like dad hats, get your dad hats. You got the bucket hats. You know, you got your skull hats. You know, get whatever you like, and it's okay to switch it up too. That's why I'm telling you guys, switch it up. You know, you got your summer outfit, you got your winter outfit, you got your fall outfit, you got your you know, you got your fancy clothes. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend a lot of money to get some fancy clothes. I promise you, it's not about that. You know, you can go to what's that, Men XL or whatever. Get you some nice button-down shirts or whatever. You know, $15, $20, $10. You catch stuff on sale all the time. It's just about shopping, being savvy with your money. Like I said, I go on eBay faithfully. You can go on Amazon. You know, Amazon, they give you the size, the fitment, the measurements, and the reviews. So you don't even have to leave your house to get the stuff. So keep in mind, guys, don't feel bad. Don't anything about feeling bad. Don't ever think you got to spend a whole lot of money on a shirt and thinking that you the shit. No, bro. No, man. Because I meet a lot of wealthy people and they wear plain clothes. They just wear, you know, plain clothes. All about, you know, getting something, the best bang for your buck. You know, don't go to a luxury brand all of a sudden think like, nah. Not saying the quality ain't there, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if I see somebody in a big old, you know, Louis Vuitton, they say Louis Vuitton, I'm like, oh my God, this fucking loser, you know what I mean? It's just what it is, you know what I mean? If anything, Louis Vuitton shirt, they probably have like a little logo right there, something, but if it's all over exaggerated, it's like, it's just cheesy, bro. So don't even worry about that, because all you do at the end of the day, it's not gonna get you a whole bunch of women anyway like that, man. It's just have the confidence. You know, have your wardrobe on point. Make sure you iron your pants. You know what I mean? I know us guys, we get lazy when they come down there, especially if we're just going somewhere random. But yeah, man, get some nice pants, Levi's. You know, you got you got Wrangler. You got all kind of stuff, man. Just find out what you like. Make sure it's a nice, a traditional fit. Get you some, you know, some Levi's, some Vans, some, you know, they got all kind of shoes. I think they got, Sketches or whatever, it don't matter, man. If it looks good, if you keep it clean, that's all that matters. So that's what it comes down to. I want you guys coming out here, you know, wearing random stuff. It doesn't match. Make sure you match too, man. Don't wear black jeans. Well, a lot of stuff can go with black, but if you're wearing blue jeans, ashy wash blue jeans, you know, you gotta be very careful on what you're gonna put on. Don't wear a brown shirt. You know what I mean? It doesn't really match. The eyes doesn't really accept that mixed colorway. So make sure you match again. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: don't go out wearing all one color. Don't go out wearing red from head to toe. It's just you know, mix it up a bit, but not too crazy. Don't go out there with nothing but green on. Don't go out there with a whole bunch of purple on. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. And I'm gonna say this too: don't be so basic to where it's like you won't wear a different color. You know, they got purple pants, you know, purple Levi's. Well, I keep saying Levi's because that's one of my favorite brands, Levi's. They got some purple Levi's dress pants. You know what I mean? You get something like that with your nice dress shoes, and get you a nice little button down or something like that. You know what I mean? And you good to go put your watch on and you good to go. It's just like little subtle stuff. Get you some shades, man. Get you some nice little shades, black. You know, you can't go wrong with that. They got brown. Look it up online. Go on Amazon, man. You know, you got a lot of these brands. I'm trying to think of the brand right now. I can't think of it right now, but I think the shades was like a couple $100 or whatever like that. I'm gonna say this too, not shitting on I understand they try to run the business, but those same shades that you see that's cost $1,500, $800, $600, Ray-Bans. That's what's the brand. I think Ray-Bans. I think it's like several $100s for some Ray-Bans. If you don't get your butt on Amazon and get them same shades that came from the same manufacturer in China and get it for $2, matter of fact, they sell it to you in a bundle. They get 5 for $1. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same shit. They all come from China, bro. Those Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all them fancy glasses or whatever, they all get it made from China, man. I did my research. All this stuff come from China. Get your butt on Amazon, get them same shades. You can say Gucci on the side if you want to, or it can be a no brand. It's all the same. All the difference is from them higher end brands, they just use their name and throw a crazy price tag on it. Those are not real diamonds. That's on there. That's not real gold. That's on them shades. It look like it, but it's not. Take it to an actual jewel. They gonna let you know right now. Oh no, these it's glass. They say Louis Vuitton. You pay $1,500 for it. You get them same shades, man, off Amazon, off eBay for $15, $20, and they'll see 2-3 pairs for $20, $30. So it's stuff like that. Ray-Bans, like that's nothing. It's like it costs nothing to make Ray-Bans. You just paying for the name. That's all it is too. So keep that in mind. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily get the exact brand. It's all come from China, man. So get you some nice shades, stuff like that, man. And mix it up a bit. But for the most part, I don't think you gotta spend $1,000 on jeans. Like for what? There's so many people that make so many companies that have the same jeans. All they doing is putting their name on the jeans. So you're not missing out on nothing. But best believe that $1,500. I would take $1,500 right now. I would literally fill up my whole closet with $1,500. Don't be that fool and go get you a shirt that's $1,500. That's 100% cotton. And think that you're winning. No, man, you stupid. That's the dumbest decision you can ever make. That's a financial mistake. What my brother used to say, a terrible financial decision. That's just what it is, man. I messed that up. I'm tired, guys. So work with me. But again, don't ever go anywhere and spend $1,000, $300 on a t-shirt. I don't care who made the shirt, what kind of design it is. At the end of the day, it's 100% cotton. Really should be 50-50, that way it can last longer, throughout all them washes. But don't ever go nowhere and get to the point where it's like, oh, such and such made this shirt or he made this hoodie and he said he wants $600 for, I'm gonna get it. No, I'm not knocking the artist or anything like that, but it's no garment that's worth that much. A t-shirt, nah, 100% cotton. That's gonna shrink on you the first wash, nah. Keep them shirts. The most you spend on a shirt is like $35 with tax and everything like that. And that's pushing it. But other than that, guys, just be very savvy with your money. Again, shop online, go to the stores, and you don't think it's I gotta spend $2,000 every time I shop. Nah. You spend $15, $20, $80 here, $100 there, $200, it all adds up. And like I said, thanks to the internet, Amazon, it's just even more easier for you to shop. If you don't fit, if you don't like it, send it back through the mail and, get your money back and then you just keep going. That's all it is to it. So just build up a nice wardrobe. Now, I'm not saying you should have 2 closets full of clothes, but the closet you have now, go ahead and pack that up real nice, man. Like I say, shoes. I thought I liked shoes, but it got to the point where, I just want some functional shoes. So if you just want them guys, this is the thing too, if you buying all these shoes, I see these guys buying all these shoes, make sure you wear them. Because if you don't, they deteriorate and then now you wasted your money. So if you buying all these shoes, make sure you wear them. But, for a guy who's not into shoes like that, get you about 4-5 pairs, of shoes. That's not including your dress shoes. So, about 4 or 5 pairs of shoes. And then, like I say, your dress shoes, get you about 3 pairs of dress shoes, put this to the side. And make sure you get some boots. If you I'm not counting your work boots. If you wear work boots, I'm not counting that. Get you a nice pair of boots. You know what I mean? They got all kinds, Justin's, Polos. They got other brands. So, do your research and, whatever you like. Get you some nice boots. And like I say, and then, you get you, 4 pairs of shoes, something like that, 5 pairs of shoes. And then you off to the races. That's it. You know what I mean? You're good to go. Don't, me personally, don't go crazy with shoes or anything like that. And remember, if you buy it, make sure you wear it. You ain't got to wear it every single day, but make sure you actually gonna use the stuff that you buy. That's all I'm saying. So there we go, guys, with the wardrobe. Again, Don't be racing to these high-end stores and think you got to spend $2,000 on the belt. No, man, nah. Because at the end of the day, if you look good, the clothes are going to compliment you. That's all they come down to. So, there's always the guys who are out of shape, terrible hygiene. They want to go spend all this money on luxury brand. They look like shit. That's all it is, too. You just a fat bastard with expensive clothes on. Like, you still ain't gonna get no women. You know what I mean? Like, everybody gonna look at you and laugh. So that's why it's so important to get your ass in shape. The clothes, you can literally buy clothes from Walmart. You know what I mean? If you look good, bro, it don't matter what you got on. That's all I'm saying. So keep it simple. Make sure you got some belts, some nice jeans, some nice fitted shirts. Don't get these over. If you wear a size medium, don't get a 2XL because it looks corny. We're not back in the early 2000s no more. We're not doing that. So just be very mindful of what you get. And at the end of the day, whatever you put on, make sure you have the confidence with it, man. And that you'll go a long way with that. All right, guys. So thanks for watching the video. You already know what to do. Subscribe, like, share. And no matter what, always protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose. All right, guys.